What is up, everybody? It is Broward Chaz coming back again with another video, and in today's video we're going to be working on the 2005 Kawasaki ZX6R. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, as well as share with your friends and family. I would greatly appreciate it. Check back with you guys in the next one. Peace. Now, before this video starts, I just want to say thank you so much to every single one of you guys for 10,000 subscribers. It means so much to me, and I like, my words really can't describe how grateful I am. But yeah, let's get straight into this bike. So when the bike was first dropped off to me, I was told that the battery wasn't charging. So whenever I get a bike like this doing a diagnostic, I check the battery for voltage. Just make sure that the battery is holding a charge. Make sure that it is safely charging. You know, it's not getting too hot. Things as such. But basically, I realized while charging the battery that putting a new battery in it did nothing. The original battery that was in this bike worked perfectly fine. When I would turn the key, it would crank, but it would not start. I could hear the fuel pump priming. But again, the bike wouldn't start. I also didn't have headlights. So this led me to believe that there was something wrong with the fuses. This customer has a brand new fuse box in here with a bunch of spare fuses. But I checked all the fuses were fine. So after fixing the charging problem, you know, I looked at the bike and I thought to myself, like, what could be the reason? You know, when inspecting a bike, the three main things that it needs to start is fuel, air, and electricity. So I knew that something had to be up with the wiring harness. So I checked the wires on the fuel pump. I tested the fuel pump. The fuel pump was perfectly fine. I checked the wiring for the headlights. The headlights are perfectly fine. But when I took off the tank, now this is after repairing these wires already, but all of these wires from the stator to the rectifier were completely fried and melted. And there was a lot of exposed and burnt wires on this wiring harness. So I did end up picking up a harness for this bike and putting it in the bike. So the bike has a brand new wiring harness. But in today's video, we're going to be doing the stator. And that should fix the problems for this bike. Rectifier and stator travels or sends electricity throughout the bike where it needs to go. So I don't know why this is burnt like this. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and take this stator side off and do the stator and see if that fixes the problem. So guys, what I'm doing right now is taking the fairings off. So guys, now that I have the fairings off, finally, I had to fight those little plastic push pins for the last 10 minutes. But this is our wire that's bad, as you guys can see, coming from the stator. Somebody already did the stator on this bike before. As I'm looking at it, I can see there's an aftermarket seal. And it's missing a few bolts. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take this cover off and put this new stator in, plug it up. So guys, we're back outside. Just want to say thank you so much to Mother Nature for providing me with this tree. So you're gonna get an 8mm socket. I'm using a little socket drill. Now, when you're doing this, don't just automatically go by just smacking the drill on there and just pressing it. Try to break them loose first, so that you don't end up getting any stripped bolts. Now you're working with oil, so what you need to do is get an oil pan. I don't have a way to lean the bike on the side, so I'm just putting gloves on right now so I don't get my hands super dirty. But throw an oil pan underneath the bike, catch this oil. Highly suggest doing an oil change after doing a stator cover. Some people don't, but if you want your bike to last you a long time, especially on an older bike, I suggest doing this. So guys, after you take all the screws out of the case, this is magnetized, so it may be hard to take off. If you're like me and you already cut your wires, you don't really have to worry about, once this comes off, you know, getting the wires out of the inside. I just take a small screwdriver and pull along the side of this thing. As you guys can see, oil's coming out of the bottom. If you have a longer screwdriver, that's completely fine. Just use whatever you can to get up behind this and pop this thing off. So you guys can see it. Sometimes it's a pain to take this damn thing off, but it needs to come off. Hello. So there's these little rivets inside this case that makes this hard to come off sometimes. But all you need to do is just get that screwdriver up in there and get this damn thing off. Sometimes it's a real pain in the ass, as you guys can see. It's a little hard to take off, but sometimes your rivets inside your seal come off. There's two. Hopefully you guys can see that, but there's milky buildup all over this stator, and this is not good. So what you're gonna do is remove the old stator and put in the new one into the case. So guys, now we're in the garage. So what you want to do, as you can see, your old stator, you're gonna start disassembling that. You're also gonna need a razor blade. Anytime you're doing a seal, you want to take a razor and clean up all this gunk and old stuff that's built up around here, so you get a good seal and no oil leak is happening after you do this. Y'all see this? I mean it when I say blood, sweat, and tears goes into building motorcycles. And as you can see, now you have a brand new Stator ready to go on with a fresh seal. I'm going to be taking a break now for about 15-20 minutes, and I'll be back out here. But check back with you guys when we're putting the Stator back on. So guys, now it's time to put the cover back on. Same thing you did with that cover. Now if I had, you know, a motorcycle lift, I would take an air compressor out here and do this as well. Now, customer did not pay me to take out this strip bolt. That's why I hate that manufacturers put aluminum bolts on metal casings. But just take the razor blade and scrape all this excess adhesive or seal off. Try not to get it in the motor. I already did most of this. But yeah, you just want to get rid of all this extra, as you can see. Now thankfully this bike didn't leak a whole lot when taking the Stator off. Now that you have your seal, go ahead and put it all together. So guys, me just smacking the key into the ignition like that just fixed the ignition problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the key. Fuel pump's primed. Now let's see if she starts. Battery's dead. So guys, this problem is fixed. I'm gonna wait to post this video until after I get the new battery. But yeah, problem solved.